Hey, there we are. I didn't know if we were going to come up at the end of the intro graphic there or not. We were
I
kind of
I
hanging out
wasn't
in
sure, and I
limbo.
see like these red error messages, and I'm like, shoot, hopefully we are. But it says we're live in ClickFunnels, so
Yeah, no, I see us over
kudos.
there now. Yeah, for a second there, I thought I was like Jimmy Fallon and my show had been canceled or something.
Oh, don't go there, Dan.
Yeah.
We will get canceled. We might be canceled tomorrow. We don't know.
Yeah, exactly. We'll say something stupid. So, of course, that'd be every week. All right. So today, the topic, and I'm sorry I didn't post until very late into the ClickFunnels group. I completely forgot it. I posted it everywhere else. I forgot it there. But today we're going to be talking about what the heck happens after a sale is actually made inside of OfferLab. Because if you haven't made any sales yet, you may not know. And so what we did is we put together a bunch of test stuff, and we got Carlos coming in here in a second. He's done some really high-end test stuff, and we're just looking at somebody puts together a funnel, they make a sale. Where does that data end up? Where does it go to? And then once you got it, where can you send it other places? Of course, if you're directly integrated with ClickFunnels or High Level, it will automatically go in there. And hopefully we have an example where we can show you of that. And then also, how do you get it to other platforms if you're using something else? And what platforms can you send it to? I mean, I've seen people saying, oh, how can I sell the stuff I have on Amazon through OfferLab? And the answer is you can't.
You
I don't
can.
know. You can.
You
Oh,
can
oh,
if you have an Amazon sellers account.
okay.
You can't do like a KDP book, like an Amazon Kindle publishing, but you can do a seller's account through Zapier. At least it's a Zap. So
Maybe. So
maybe
why
you
don't we
can.
bring in Carlos?
Let's
Because
bring in
now
Carlos.
we guys got into the crazy zapping and webhook thing there. So that's outside of my realm at all. But well, first off, hello, Carlos. How are you?
Hello, guys. Nice to
I,
meet you.
I was just having a thought before getting on here because, we got Madison in her bunker and you're in Hurricane Alley. But then I thought there haven't been any hurricanes this year that have at least made
Yeah,
landfall. Have
thank
there?
God, no hurricanes. A little bit of wind, and somebody the other day was saying like it's been one of the first years that there's no hurricanes within this time period. That is normally when you get a lot of them, but we can get them all the way to December. So we don't
Yeah.
know if anything can come, but good
Yeah.
that there's no hurricanes.
Yeah, I was certainly thinking at least through October that you can get them. And was last year there was like
Yeah,
3 or 4, and that was the one that went through North Carolina and had all the devastating flooding and everything. Yeah, so that's yeah, it's good to be drier this year, much
yeah.
better. So all right, well, Madison, we're gonna start off with her. And so, what do you have? So why don't you just talk us through the whole process here? So somebody puts together their funnel, they put a couple of products in there. They're all strung together automatically.
Yep.
And very first one always opens up Stripe. The sale happens in Stripe. Then where does it go into the abyss?
Well, I think the biggest thing is if you are because we're going to tackle this mostly from the seller side, right? The offer creator side. If you've created this offer and you have all these people and you're like, is anybody making a funnel with it? Has anybody actually like even attempted to sell my offer? So it's kind of one of the first steps we want to show you guys. So this will be in your messages. And as you can see, this is just one of my test accounts. I approved the person myself. Wrote the message back so I could see if I got a notification back. And then it says, Madison has launched a new funnel with your offer. And
That's
so
cool.
you'll get that notification, and you'll actually be able to see if they have paired it together with other offers, what have they actually put together.
Okay, so you can see. So I did your monsters thing, and I paired that with Carlos's product and with somebody else's, and so you can see the other things they have in there.
Yeah, let me pull up a different account, and I would imagine Liz will be okay with this because this is the perfect example for it. And so let me just get her pulled up. Okay. So for example, she said that So Liz launched a new funnel with the Higher Calling Creative Club, Selling Online, and my Sticker Profit Bootcamp. So I can see those are the 3 offers that were paired together in this one funnel.
Oh, I see. So, okay. So yours is Higher Calling Creative Club.
No,
Is that
mine
yours?
is the Sticker Profit Bootcamp.
Okay. So you're number 3 on the list.
I'm right here. Yep.
Oh, so you just clicked on that and it just showed you all 3 with the 3 thumbnails and the offer name.
I thought. I don't know. I didn't know it was possible. Oh, it looks like we have little arrows that actually
That take
takes
it-
us to.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Offer.
cool.
See, anybody who's watching this who's not familiar with what OfferLab is, it was launched like last week. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we're all finding new stuff. That's why we're going through this and going, okay, where does this stuff show up? So yeah, I mean, it's all trial and error at this point, but we're learning very quickly and we're creating content to teach everyone how to do it.
Yeah, and I think it's like just click around, right? You don't know what you're gonna find. I will say the caveat to just clicking around while we're here is if you are in the marketplace and you see this little save button,
Yeah.
you might be like, well, that's cool. I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna come back to it. No. When I tested it, it automatically asked to promote that offer.
Yeah, it's not a bookmark, which
It's
is
not
what
a
we thought
bookmark
it
like
was.
you would think.
I was on a call earlier today with Miguel, and he goes, "Oh, Ham, we got this bookmark thing here now." And he clicks it, and he goes, "Uh-oh."
Yeah.
So he had to go in. He clicked on it, and then it immediately shows you that you asked to sell this product, and so he went in and canceled right away because he just randomly clicked on something. But yeah, that's what that is. It's he just one click, asked to promote. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of it being there. I want to be able to go into the listing, hit the big button that says ask to promote.
But I think that's an interesting detail of the simplicity of what the platform also allows.
Yeah.
That you may be looking for something and all of a sudden it make it very easy that other platforms you need to go through a bunch of hoops to go through it. And this allow you to just come in, pick one and see. And then I don't know if you're going to go through it, but the simplicity really how to, after you have those offers that you can promote, you can just drag and drop literally and create those funnels to promote them. And you don't have to build everything for that.
We'll click on one of them, Madison, just to see what it does. Because I'm pretty sure it opens up another page. It doesn't leave you here. It's not like you can be going through and going click, 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 and it's doing it in the back end. Well, I think once you click on one, it takes you
I
there.
clicked on it. I clicked on it and look.
Oh,
Here's
the
the
message pops up.
message.
That's right. That's what happened to Miguel earlier. Is he clicked on it and then it says you got a message.
Oh, so it's actually just eliminating anything else, all the other processes. You just going directly. So yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So,
But now
yeah,
if
so-
you want to, on the right-hand side, you can click on cancel if you don't want to actually promote that.
Yeah, maybe I will actually promote it. Never know.
I don't know what it
I
is.
think the thing that's is like would be nice is like to have that ability to actually bookmark things and come back to it. Just that's not this currently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so
Well, that's
people
what I
know.
thought was a bookmark. You could put like a star on it or something. But the other thing I said in one of my trainings the other day is if you go back to the marketplace page, is those images, those thumbnails or icons, whatever you want to call them. I call them thumbnails because that's what they are. They have the earn 50% over the top of it in the top left, and in the bottom right, they got the what now is apparently the promote button. And it's just like, that image is awfully small to begin with. Can you kind of like take that off of there? Give it a little
perfect
more
little space right here. Perfect little space.
or above it. I thought, above it you put earn 50% or earn 50% of $997 sale or something like that. It could say above it.
Which actually, to make this little icon is harder to code than to simply just put it down here or put it above.
Put it in the text somewhere. Yeah. Exactly.
And one thing that we are noticing it because I will say that we're probably a little bit more technical, but other people may not notice it and they may think that it's part of the image. So they may not click. So that's something to understand that's an option that when you click that little bookmark, it actually take an action I don't think that the one on the top, nothing happened when you click the earn 50%
I
or
think when
anything
you
like that.
hover on it, doesn't it change? No, this.
Yeah,
It just goes
click the
to
page.
the
Yeah,
offer.
because
But
it's probably because
it
you're
definitely shows
on
you
the
to be
image.
careful how you lay out certain elements in this
Right.
image, because you could cover up something that is
Well, if you look at
really
TRs
important.
there on the right-hand side, that's one of them. The examples I use in my training is, I think it was purely by accident, but he did that right, where he did not put anything in that upper left-hand corner.
Or probably he actually, by trial and error, he probably loaded the first one. Because when I did mine initially, I thought that this was supposed to be the thumbnail. So I put a thumbnail and it looked horrible.
It
I'm like,
is.
what the heck?
Yeah.
And it's actually not. This is the icon. So when you create your product, the one that appearing here is the icon. And then the thumbnail is the one when you open it, the one that show on display. And that was something that
No, this. I mean, people call this thing the icon. I call it the thumbnail. When you actually click on one of them, Madison, the very first image that shows underneath the featured images, that is actually known as the cover image.
Yes.
That's what it's called inside of the editor. So the big one right there on the right-hand side, that's actually known as the cover image.
But the icon that appear on the other side is the icon that you put on your product. So that's why, like, they gave some templates so you can create them. So that one that is right there on the top on that one, that's the one that's show in the marketplace.
And I can drag this over, and this will automatically change the cover image. So it is whatever is that first image in this list. There's not a second spot where you select it. You can't go over here and select it. It's simply just drag the new one that you want to go in that spot.
Yeah. Yeah, so I put in a feature request that said that what I would like to see in the listing, instead of being 5 wide, be 3 wide, and have it be built so that the cover image is at the top, 16:9 aspect ratio. Then underneath that, the introduction. Then I'm sorry, the offer name. So the cover image, offer name, introduction, in that order on the inside of the marketplace, because that way you can, because one of the things that people don't understand is the 2 items on the left-hand side that you see right there, the thumbnail, as I call it, and the offer name, are both facing to the consumer, whereas the 3 items on the right-hand side are all facing only to the affiliates. So the affiliates can see all 5, but the consumer can see the 2 on the right. So there's a lot of instances where people are pumping up the affiliates inside of their offer name, saying, 100% commissions, things like that. And you don't want to be showing that to the consumer. So if you have any listings up there in OfferLab right now, go in there and clean that up so that your consumer is not seeing that.
And technically, they will call this the icon, because it will say, if you don't have it, it'll say you need to add an icon to your listing. So,
okay. So now, the gist of today, though, was once the sale is made, or if somebody asks to promote for you or anything, where do we see what?
Okay. So we're going to get the notification that's going to say, do you accept them to be affiliate, right? And you can see the number of collaborations they have and the total sales. Total sales will reflect their certification sales and their affiliate sales in the OfferLab launch. Just so you know that. It's not total funnel sales to process. Okay. And then, like we showed, this is how you're going to see if they come through and actually put your product in a funnel. Now, let's go to my next tab. Here's where you're going to see what orders have actually come through. So it is under the cell, just like you create your funnels here. Vault is where you have your products that you've listed, and orders is going to be where you, as the offer creator, see how many sales have happened. And this will be platform agnostic, right? Regardless of where you ultimately fulfill that product at, if it is ClickFunnels high level, wherever you push it with Zapier, you will always still see the orders here. These are technically Shopify orders that have come through like this.
Okay, so these are your products that you created and you created offers for in OfferLab. This is your side. This isn't the affiliate side.
No, this is not the affiliate side.
Okay.
You do see I have a little red dot here to show me that I do have some orders.
Okay.
And that means that you see that complete button. That's like the fulfillment, like, or that you don't have to do anything else with the order. And I think that a better way to probably explain it is like, if you think about it, this is like a shopping cart that is processing the orders. And then the platforms behind it will do the fulfillment. You have a course, you have a community in ClickFunnels. Well, the order comes through OfferLab. OfferLab makes the request to Stripe to get money from your card. It says, yes, I got it. When it get the money, then it said that the notification to ClickFunnels to say, hey, this product, this person bought it. So now anything that you do with it behind it, you have an email sequence, you give them a course, you give them a community, whatever else you do, then ClickFunnels fulfill it. Or if it's Shopify, DHL.
With an asterisk, right? You have to set up those automations.
Correct.
You can't just like have a product on there and you have it, an automation workflow that's hooked to your main funnel page and expect somebody's going to get that notification if you don't either have a general automation built or the aspect of, your course or your product unlocks specific digital access.
Correct.
And so we'll actually, let me pull it up from the Shopify side. So as you can see, Shopify, I just have an order here. Here is where those orders came in at. And I would just fulfill this like I would fulfill anything else on Shopify. So I will say I have built this just to test something. I'm not actually running a Shopify store because I'm the one that said I kicked Shopify to the curb for ClickFunnels. I only built this and turned this store back on so I could actually see if I could create personalized products inside of OfferLab. So that is my caveat if people are going to say I have reversed my ploy on Shopify. So
now here's the one question. Did this directly so of the 8 or 9 different platforms that integrate with OfferLab, Shopify is one of them.
Correct.
So you didn't need a webhook, you didn't need to use Zapier to get this over there, or did you?
Yes, with an giant asterisk behind it.
Big one.
So a big one. You do have to create an admin API key as an app to send this to OfferLab. The instructions are all there, but it is kind of tricky. I think you're going to go under.
So you said the instructions are there, meaning inside of OfferLab, when you click on that to turn on the Shopify integration, it gives you a code, a key of some sort to put into Shopify's API.
Yeah. So you just basically, you have your apps in sales channel. You build an app in the developer dashboard. You see, I already have OfferLab there.
Is it a regular app?
Not that one. Not that one. You actually go create app. Give it a name. It's not a public facing app. It is only on your specific Shopify site.
Basically. So it's really an integration. Okay. It's whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that is an interesting detail. So people, as they know, because there's a lot of ways to integrate into Shopify, and depending also the level that you have in Shopify.
Yes.
So if you have like the $5 Shopify version, it doesn't have some features. If you have I think the 35, you have other features. If you have a big store, you have other features.
Well, there is a line to that. The $39 plan does give you access to this. What is $100 a month or $72 if you pay for the year will actually give you additional features that you can't get on this plan. Correct. This plan will not let you get private client information through an API call. So that's the one big caveat there. And then you get up to that 79, you can do whatever you want, and you have,
But I think
full
that
opportunity.
the good detail is that I know in Shopify to create an affiliate program like what we're saying that we could do with OfferLab, it's very expensive because you need to have third-party tools to actually run it. Then you cannot get the email marketing on it. So there's a lot of different things in there that this will make it a lot easier to create those programs.
Yeah,
Well,
the
my
game with Shopify is how many apps do you need to run your store? And yeah, you're paying $39 a month for Shopify, but you're spending $250 on the, you know, the app for the coupon and the app for the spinning wheel and the app for your email marketing. And oh, you want to make some custom pages? Oh, that's another throw $50 in on that too.
Well, so let's say somebody has 100 products on Shopify, but they also happen to have a ClickFunnels account and OfferLab. So we've seen here already, you can get all of your products from Shopify. I would guess we just download them the same way we would download them out
The
of
key here is you got to configure this API scope, and it will tell you what you need to grant access to. I just grant access to all of them. You're going to hit save, and it's going to give you the API credentials that then you'll put into OfferLab. At that point, you can pull in any product that you have on your Shopify store.
So basically, you had to connect ClickFunnels in a similar way. I mean, probably much easier. I forget. I did it one time. Yeah. I think it took about 2 clicks. Yeah. But you know, same guys built the 2 platforms. So the but here API key connection. Okay, great. Once you do that, then inside of OfferLab, you go in, add in your new products, hit click, pulls everything in from Shopify. Yep. Then we still have to, because we have the integration, the buyer's name, email address, shipping address if need be, I would guess. So that all automatically gets ported over to Shopify. Does that information then also get automatically put into ClickFunnels so you could send them email follow-ups and stuff like that?
No, I don't believe so.
So
I wouldn't think so either.
So that's where we come to what we are doing on the back end. So because of the order happened in OfferLab, you can then trigger a webhook and send that information to 2 places. So if you have a native integration like Shopify, you can send the fulfillment happen on Shopify, but you can then take the order information and send it to ClickFunnels or to whatever else you wanted, so you can do all the work.
Now, one caveat to here is when you're creating your OfferLab products, right? You can see here's all my Shopify ones. I'm going to take this one. I'm just going to go next. Simple pricing. Just go, not 490.
That's a great shirt.
It's awesome. Of course, my microphone cable's right in the spot of my keypad. So, all right. So we go create offer. There is a little button down here where you do have to click requires shipping for it to pass along the shipping information. Because you'll see, even though this passed it along the customer information email address, there was no shipping address because I had not checked that shipping required in OfferLab.
Correct.
There was no shipping address because
so that detail is actually important.
It's so important. Dan wanted people to hear it twice.
No, Turner Leslie was in the comments saying he's got a question, so I was just going to type in here, okay, well, ask your question. But he now heard me to say, ask your question, and then we can deal with it. Okay, so was there anything else, Madison, that you wanted to show us inside of OfferLab or ClickFunnels or Shopify as far as information? Yeah. Oh, that's right. We haven't seen the other side of the transaction yet.
Right. So I'll show the ClickFunnels side. It comes through just like an order would. The only caveat is if you're watching your stats right here, it will not show here. So that purchase will not show.
Interesting.
Okay. Now, to be clear, was this a purchase from a ClickFunnels product, or was this the purchase from the Shopify product? Okay.
No,
because the Shopify products will not naturally show up in here inside of ClickFunnels at all, of course.
No. Okay.
It does show up in Shopify, though. As you see, over the last 30 days, I have 3 orders.
Yeah.
So it does show up there. In ClickFunnels, it does not show up.
Yeah.
here.
And the one thing I will say is, and I pay really close attention to people's comments of what's going on and how it's working for them. I have not seen a single person say so far that the integrations and the actual processing of the purchases and the Stripe, and I've not seen a single person complain about that. There's a lot of people asking for more and more and more regarding the UI and the marketplace and all that,
Yep.
but I've not seen anybody talking that the back end operation of this thing has not been working properly.
No, there's no horrors like a lot of us experienced in the early days of Payments AI.
Yeah.
And it's simple. It's simple and quick. It look like if you have used the Stripe checkout pages, that they're really quick. It look like just that, but with steroids, because then you can connect with other stuff, and Link also work. So if your people have Link, as soon as it detect their email, it goes, oh, you want to pay with Link? So that is like the equivalent to like an Apple Pay or something like that make it easier for people to connect through it.
Now, I will say you can integrate your Shopify pages into OfferLab, except they don't work. So the thing is with these pages, particularly this one, so I'm going to go to sales pages, and here's the problem with them as of when I was testing this is obviously I want this button to be the button that sends you to the OfferLab checkout page. But what it does, Shopify overrides it and sends them to the Shopify checkout page. So I don't know if there's something I don't have turned on, because I do notice this little bar down here at the bottom. But obviously now I'm not in that edit mode for OfferLab anymore either.
Can you remove that checkout element? Because that's what we had to do in ClickFunnels.
Nope.
Because I know you can create some regular pages in Shopify, not the regular one. So
you could create some pages, but I even tried to turn off dynamic checkout is what they call it. So now you don't see I don't have the Shop Pay button at the bottom.
Okay.
But that is the only thing, unless there's something, and I just remembered there might be something to do with this that I'll have to double check. I'll report back next week. But it is tricky. You can integrate these pages, but in my experience, it doesn't work like you would think it would work.
Yeah, the ClickFunnels one is simple.
Once you pull all the products into OfferLab, why would you even need this? Because first off, you can build your page right inside OfferLab, or if you're really smart, you have a ClickFunnels account, and then you build your pages inside of ClickFunnels, and they're really pretty.
What I was trying to do was I actually was trying to make this personalized products. So that was what I wanted, because you can't really do that inside ClickFunnels yet. And so I have a couple really cool products that would be really awesome, but this personalization. And then I remembered the purchase doesn't happen here on OfferLab or on Shopify. It happens in OfferLab. So regardless what people would have put in here and went to the next step, I would have had no way to connect the two pieces together.
Yeah, because the product itself is already inside of OfferLab.
Yeah.
It's not in here. Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah. So one thing we were talking about is like, what happens if you're the affiliate, right? How do you know you actually got paid, or how do you know these transactions happen? So from your homepage, you will actually see these little marks so I have sales and I have payouts. So payouts is what you get as an affiliate. Sales is what happens as an offer creator. And the easiest way to see your affiliate payouts, meaning people who purchased in your funnel that you created with somebody else's products, you see those under insights. So just the same place you see your affiliate commissions for the VIP and the certification.
Okay, so I built a funnel using your products, Madison. I put it out there. It gets sold. Your product gets sold. I'm going to see my commissions in here under insights.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
And then obviously they're all pending because this hasn't been the 30 days. And so Turner's question is, how do we get our offer seen in OfferLab? Which I think that is like the magical question of the hour is, you know, there currently is no sponsored posts inside of OfferLab. I would expect that to be coming at some point, like sponsored listings. But really you gotta build your own army with it. You gotta just, there's gonna be some people that are, you hope and pray will just come across. It'd be funny if Turner's like offer showed up right here, but these obviously do rotate. But currently, based on our experience, none of the listings in the marketplace actually rank differently based on sales. They're all currently time-based rankings.
I thought that there was going to be like something about your delivery. So price, brand new platform, but as you're delivering your products, if somebody has a problem and you respond quickly, your star rating gonna stay high. That they described in one of the videos, like the Uber rating. If you give bad service, you're gonna get a bad Uber rating. So like your star is gonna start going down. So probably there's something in the works that may come later.
Well, and that's why I said earlier that the biggest issue that people are having is the interface here itself, the marketplace, all that. Because if you go to the marketplace tab right there, we all know it's the exact same images showing there that have been showing there all the time. We don't much care for the layout of them, et cetera, et cetera. But if you want to put in a feature request, the easiest thing to do is go to the OfferLab school group, just put into the search bar, feature request, look for my post. The devs are aware of the post. Ben Moot is aware of the post and has been putting the link out there to people. So that's like the place where everybody's putting in what their feature requests are. So,
and here's the other aspect of it. So here's Mailbox Power, which is Turner's product, his offer. But does it really fit under home and wellness? I don't know. I don't think that it would. So that's something that it's not something you choose. It's not like Amazon where you're going to choose the 3 categories that your book falls under. This is just random. And there is some aspects to it that group it, but however you get grouped, you have no idea.
Isn't it depending on what you choose when you create the product? There's an option for a category. When you create the product, there's an option for what type of product it is.
I don't.
Yeah, there is. I don't think there's a whole lot of options.
Yeah, go to your products. No, your products.
My products. Yes, I'm confused. Yeah, here's all my products.
No, you see that there's a tab that says your products. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
So in there, when you click on the product, there's the category. You see right there? This may be what they're using to filter on the other side. But there's a ton of categories in there.
I don't think there used to be. So, okay, there's definitely a lot more. And again, they're working on this every day. I mean, this has been out, 2 weeks now at the most?
Correct.
Yeah.
But the question is, are these the same categories from Shopify? I don't know.
I see all those categories also in ClickFunnels. So what I was thinking is that could those be the categories that Stripe recognized as products that you can sell through Stripe? So they know, okay, if somebody come and make a request for a refund, this type of product or not. So that will be a good thing to find out if that's how they're getting those categories.
Yeah.
Well, what I would say here, Turner, if you got your OfferLab account open, if you could for us, go in there and see if you can change the category. Or Madison, while you're here, open up an existing product to see if you can go in there and change the category. And if it's a different list and if it changes where it shows up, because it may not. And again, that's the struggle for most people now. For me, like I said earlier, is I've not seen anybody say that the back end of this thing is not working right. But so now we're seeing where all the data is, and I'm looking at the clock here. And so now Carlos has been working on the other end of it, which is how do we get the data from where it is to where we want it to go. So in the case we were just talking about here, the data on the purchase for Shopify shows up in Shopify, but does not get into ClickFunnels. So how can we get it into ClickFunnels? Or if somebody's using something like system.io, how does the data get there? And that's where it starts getting fancy.
And while
So-
I try to figure out what category it's under, then if I have a report back, I'll report back.
Hey, let me just share a little bit. Let me share a screen here. Give me a sec.
And the other thing is, even if you sign in with your password, it still sends you a magic link, 6-digit code.
Yeah.
You still get the email.
So I start to take a look and say, okay, how can I bring this out? Because again, different people, and I had a couple of clients that use other platforms. Again, I tried to bring them ClickFunnels, they don't like it. And they said, okay, then there's this webhook things. And those are the events that happen in the platform. And at once you think that you create a webhook and there's nothing going out. And I drop a video in the school community going step by step, because what happened is that you see that there's categories: collaboration, commission, invitation, membership, order invoice, and teams. And when the order happens, there's a set of events that happen that are the order events. And there's specifically 4 events that happen. And the way that I found about this is because I enabled them, all of them, and I said, let me do a purchase and let me see everything that comes in. And that's what triggered the idea of creating like a living guide for how to automate everything in OfferLab. So the order complete is the event that then I started looking is similar to ClickFunnels. That when the order is completed, the money is captured, then boom, that event happened, and then I get notified, and then I can take action on it. So let me give you an example. You're probably gonna hear something. So that is a trigger of like an order that happened in the platform, simulating the order complete. So now when I start looking at it, I say, oh, so now I can send it to school. I can send it to system.io. I can send it to Kajabi. I can send it to all these other platforms that don't have a built-in integration. And the process is that, like I said, when the order process is going, the information gets collected so it can be sent to payment processing. And then when the order is complete, then it's set so it can be fulfilled. So that's when you saw in Madison's interface that she has some orders that had a button that says order complete. When you fulfill, let's say you ship it, you send it, you click that, and that mark the order that was updated. But because money got collected, then you're good to go. So let me stop right there for a moment. That all this makes sense, Dan and Madison.
Well,
Okay, so
technically, we don't know what that button really does do. That's just kind of our best guess is what.
Oh, no. I actually tracked
Oh, you did?
As
Okay,
soon
so that
as
was my question, because here, I'll let you explain here in a second. But so, because in the case of Shopify, we know that the sale shows up in Shopify. So if you go into your Shopify site and you see that, okay, 3 t-shirts just got sold, you know that you have to then ship those 3 t-shirts. But then what does clicking that button inside of OfferLab do to complete the purchase?
So I know that when we click that button, the order update event gets triggered. And it's similar to what ClickFunnels does when there's a fulfillment, that the order gets updated with information based on what it could do. So as soon as
we can use the clicking of that button then as the trigger to send that information over to ClickFunnels.
Yeah, or you can even do it at the order complete. So right now you can do it at the order complete. ClickFunnels already have the integration, but if we're bringing other products, then we can do that. That is, at order complete, send this information to ClickFunnels, so now I can send emails or do other work with that.
So that is not how it works on Shopify.
Okay.
So, because I can show.
Let me stop sharing.
Yeah. Let me just, because we can do these side by side. So remember, I got to share my screen. Remember, I had 3 of them, and I've marked one of them complete. Shopify still shows that I have 3 orders that need fulfillment.
Okay, so clicking the complete button in OfferLab does not in
So,
any
yep.
way affect Shopify,
Yep.
which
I'll-
I would
yep.
think that would be smart because Shopify does not want you click a button over here
Yeah.
and in a different platform. I mean, it wants to show that these things have not been satisfied yet because you still haven't shipped those t-shirts out.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That is more for
that actually
you.
makes sense.
That is more for you, so you know that, okay, I got these affiliates that sold these products that I actually complete the transaction. And you could probably now say and automate to say, okay, this order was shipped, because now you know that I updated, and now I can go boom, I fulfill that now the order, so they could get a notification, the affiliate or
Okay, so
someone
my
else.
question is, if we're using ClickFunnels, we're integrated with OfferLab. When we're selling a course, we know that inside of ClickFunnels, when the sale is complete, that we can trigger the workflow, and the workflow can enroll somebody in a course.
Yep.
Can we then, inside of that workflow, fire the webhook, which then goes over to OfferLab and says, mark this as complete?
So right now, there is no coming back for you to execute commands in OfferLab.
It's just out of OfferLab.
They're only outbound from OfferLab.
They're one way.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you complete the task, you don't have to touch that button. That complete order, you don't have to do anything. So it will fulfill on ClickFunnels. It will fulfill on any other platform, because you're sending the information and the other platform is the one that is taking now over. If you think about it, OfferLab becomes the shopping cart that pays the affiliates and pay you. Now fulfillment, it's the other platform's job. So if it's automated, then it does it. If not, then you have to wait.
Unless
And
that button has something to do with approving the affiliate commission, which that would be a Tyler Wicks question.
Correct.
Yeah. Or one of the devs or something, probably more the devs than anything else. But so what I was just going to say, just to back up here for a second, so people know what a webhook is, it's really quite simple. It's essentially, there's 2 things to a webhook. One is a package of information. So somebody just purchased something. And so let's think what is the information we need? We need their name, we need their email address, and we need to know what product they bought. So that gets packaged up into a nice little ball of information. It's just you text, it says name, what I just said there. Does that, and that's sent to the other platform with an instruction that says, this was a purchase, mark it as a purchase inside of ClickFunnels. That's essentially what it is. So it's the information and an instruction telling the other end what to do with it once it gets there. And that's all done simply within the existing webhooks, because each webhook says, okay, this order was completed. Okay, so send the order completed information along with these 3 bits of information over to ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels knows what to do with it when it receives it.
Yeah, and it's the integration is just simplifying that webhook process.
Correct.
And so in ClickFunnels, you're going to see that these all come as external API orders. And that's why I believe it does an update on your funnel analytics when you first log in.
Correct. There is a detail of that on the Dev API that talk a little bit about that how those get reported. I think that in a future update, they may be updating that, so it will report it on both. But yeah, any order that you can also bring them from somewhere else to ClickFunnels so you can track them. There's a way to track them, but probably you have to do a different report, not the main one, to be able to show it. So one interesting detail is that, like we were mentioning, the whole idea of the platform is that you can then bring people in, and then you know that you brought them in, and that you can then track some of that. So as we were working on it and looking at it, we find out that initially people can sign under you, but you don't know that they sign up. So I started looking at it until you get, if they upgrade to the certification, that if you haven't done it, join it, go for it. You actually then you had to wait. Okay, how do I know who is connected with me or that could do something? And again, trial and error. What I find out is that, let me just go here, share screen, is that there's also a webhook. If you can share that part, let's see.
Yeah.
If you can see
Well,
it.
they do show up under your the little
Insights.
package icon which says refer friends.
Correct.
But you do have to manually go and check that.
Correct. But then if you want to connect and send them an email, you go, how do I do this, Pierre? So I find out that then these two events that I had no clue why they were in there. But again, I enabled everything. And then all of a sudden, I was able to create a automation. So as soon as somebody come in under me or request to promote, then I can send them to ClickFunnels, and then I can create a workflow and send them an email.
But
Okay, now we got to back up here.
approve them as a collaborator, correct?
Correct. That's what I was going. So the key is that it needs to be set up as a collaborator, because there's the collaboration.approve is the manual process when someone comes in and say, hey, I want to promote your product. The collaboration auto approve is when, let's say, I share the general referral link and I said this in here. And the reason that I was testing is that I'm like, I want to know, hey, somebody joined and I want to know right away. So this event gets fired as soon as they put their email in the platform, like what we normally see like an opt-in, but they're opting into the platform. As soon as they opt in, because it has the auto approve, you get notified that, hey, this person now is in your list, and then you can take access. So what I did is that I created, like I said, this little automation. So people that come under me, they can, or decide to promote my product, I can then connect with them and send them a welcome email. Hey, thank you for trusting us. And I have a little gift in there for anyone that actually come, because I found the problem that I had a ton of people that were coming under me, and then I couldn't then communicate with them, because again, if I knew about the webhook ahead of time, I would have set up the webhook. So as soon as I approve them, then I get it. And that's what I created, the little thing that we were testing to make it a reality.
But this still won't work if somebody goes and finds your offer on the marketplace and requests to promote it. You still have to, because you're not sending them the auto enroll link.
Oh, yeah, it will. Let me show you. And I have one in here.
But you have to approve them, correct?
Correct. So that's what I'm saying.
You're not, what I was saying is you're not going to get the notification that there's a request there, like a lot of people have been complaining about.
But I get the collaboration to approve. So let me show you. I have somebody here that I waited for to bring him in. So
okay, so hang on. So this person went to the JV link, is what it still is being called, where Russell has the video talking about the 4 main ways to make money with OfferLab, and they opt in there. And when they opt in there, they are automatically, because they came through your affiliate link, they are automatically added as a member of your network underneath you in OfferLab. So what you're saying is, if they sign up on that page.
No, that's different. The JV launch link, they have to request to be approved, because that link is separate than the platform.
Okay.
Yeah. The referral link is the one that auto approve them. So if we go to the platform and let me just go to that link so we can see. Okay, referral link. Let me just go. Refer a friend. When you click this link in here, this link, if you look, is different than this one. You see, it doesn't have the auto approve. So if you send someone for this pre-launch, when they join, then what you can say, hey, when you join, go and look for me, so I can pre-approve you so you can sell my offers. That's a manual thing for them, but we can lose people in there. So I was thinking, how can we do it automatically? So I'm like, I will do the opposite. I'll send them the general link so they can opt in right away, and then send them the link to join. So in that way, they can upgrade to a certification. Because with this,
they can, just to stop you here, they can still upgrade to certification even if they come in through the general link. They just have to go to the certification link and then they can upgrade.
Correct. So in that way, what this will do is that then it will bring them automatically so you can get a notification. And that's what I was like trying to look, how do I automate the whole process? So like I was mentioning, let's say I have this person in here, the, where is it? Mesh. So it's asking me to approve. So as soon as I approve him, now this will trigger a webhook on the back end that it will bring someone automatically. Let's go here into customers.
But now that person who has to be approved to sell your offer wasn't necessarily, though, one of your members of your network that you recruited.
Correct.
Right.
So I was trying to look, how do I bring them either or? I know the ones that bring auto approve are the ones that I invited. The ones that are promoting my product then are the ones that are coming. So I brought him in now directly into ClickFunnels, and I tag him and I send him an email. So even before he is selling anything for me, I'm now adding value to him so he can then continue the journey so he can go through it.
But you do still currently have to check your messages every day because there is no notification for people who have requested through the marketplace.
Correct.
Well, is there a way to automate that? Is there a webhook that says that somebody asked to promote?
So right now, when we go into any of the webhooks, their collaboration only have 2 events.
What's it say? Approved and
approve or auto approve. So that's what the auto approve, if you're sharing your link, it becomes a better option because then you can get a notification.
Okay.
In that way, you can get them automatically. You can then automate the whole process. Like what I'm doing here, you can use Zapier, Pabbly, whatever it is, because this is a regular webhook. And this is something that, again, I send it also to devs because when I was using the Zapier app, I wasn't getting nothing in. So I think somebody said that, or they were working on updating or anything like that, but it mentioned that webhooks work perfectly fine. And I have it working. And like I said, let me show you a little example. So this is Pushover. So Pushover is a notification app. So I can detect when an offer gets sold on OfferLab and send a notification. Again, that is just going through a webhook. So all those webhooks are working. So then people can then use their platforms connected. Like I did a video for how to do it through School, how to do it to Kajabi, how to do it to System.io, how to do ClickFunnels and GSL are working automatically, so you don't have to do anything else. But the platform is not the problem now. Now it's what you want to do with it.
No, so just to back up here, so what you were showing there with you give people the general referral link, you set your collaboration to auto.
Yep.
And then if you run this webhook, you put the webhook in here, it runs as soon as somebody signs up to be an affiliate underneath you, to become part of your network. As soon as they sign up for that, that will trigger inside of ClickFunnels. It will trigger a workflow. It will add a tag to them. It can send you a notification, and it can also put them onto an email sequence, one of which things in there can be that you push them towards getting signed up for the certification.
Correct.
Yeah.
And like I said, those are ways of how you can then start building your network to build your email list in an easier way. If you don't have a platform like Zapier or something like that, what I did for the people that had that were just starting, I built a little like automation that could actually bring them the people that are coming under them, so they can just download a CSV file and then upload it into ClickFunnels. So the people that are coming under me, they want that email, give them an access to automatically get this little tool that will help them to do all that.
Okay. All right, Madison, you got any other questions?
I do. Well, I have a update on the categories.
Okay.
It's not much of an update. So here's the Rowdy book in the little and furry ones, which he fits both those categories. And here is the product inside of my OfferLab account that this one's in. There is no category for it. Oh, look at the bottom. It says determines tax rates for any offer sales this product is included in.
So that category has to do with tax rates, not with how it is categorized in OfferLab.
OfferLab. Yep.
Okay. Good to know. I think. I don't know. Are there different tax rates on? I don't know.
There is. Yeah, there is based on like coaching offers versus other products. I'm in Oregon, and one of the only good things we have is we don't have sales tax. So I don't have to collect sales tax.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
Does that mean that is where you live or where the person lives?
In Oregon, the way they have written the law is where you live.
Okay.
That's the same thing Amazon did in Washington. So
okay.
Okay. Well,
but luckily, children's book, it got categorized into the right category, which is the strangest category of the little and furry ones. I don't think anybody proofread that before they put that up there. But I don't know. Maybe we're going after that niche now. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, the UI in there needs a little bit of work. But one thing, we've been blathering on a bunch here today about these webhooks and what they are and et cetera, et cetera. I'm pretty sure Carlos has a book or something, training program of some sort already in OfferLab. So if you wanted to show that to everyone, and if somebody wanted to go check that out, go promote it themselves, help out their tribe to know how to set up webhooks. Oh, he eats. Carlos, you're just supposed to show us the page inside of OfferLab.
I could go there. So I'm making it easier. So
no, go to the page so that the promoters. Yes, we want the promoters inside of OfferLab to know what this thing looks like so they can go find it. So go to Marketplace and
how
can we find it? How can somebody find it inside of the Marketplace?
So, okay, let me go to Marketplace. If you go,
what if they put in your name, Carlos Vargas?
Yeah, that also should come up. There you go. Okay, so here's the idea. Because this is so fluid, this is going to be a live generating book. And I saw the idea from other communities. So as I'm adding new stuff, people are going to get the live book right away because they're getting access to the book as I'm going. And what I'm doing is I'm not only doing the book, I'm also including the actual Zapier workflows. So they just click and import the workflows directly into their Zapier accounts so they can get that whole thing automated. Because again, the mapping and all that. And I say, hey, if I'm learning it, if I'm doing it, let's put it out to help people through it. And the idea, we're going to be doing 40%. So in that way, we can go through it and that people can go through it and help. So anything that you want, just come here. And then what we did is that we actually built everything internally for this one. So this one is just using the internal page. We have all the offers that we put it into ClickFunnels. So that's going to be part of how do you clone the pages in ClickFunnels? How do you put them in? How do you use them? And all that kind of stuff. But this is really simple. So if people need to launch a page, it's very simple to just do it and have it up and running in no time, literally.
Yeah, I mean the page builder inside of OfferLab, and I think you made a good point there. If you got a product, you got the product done, and you're just like, okay, I just want the sales page up.
Yeah.
Go in there, use the OfferLab editor, have the sales page put up. Once you get your page done inside of ClickFunnels, you get the nice pretty page, and then you just swap out the 2 pages. And well, I guess now that I think about it, if you swap that out, it's going to change the URL to, but I don't know if that would change if it's inside of funnel, if that would change that. Then that becomes a question, because I was talking to somebody the other day about the same thing. Is like, once you put up an offer and somebody else uses the offer in their funnel, you're banned from being able to take it back down, because you're going to kill their funnel at that point.
You technically can do it. It does give you the warning, because I have moved. The other thing is for example, I have all my courses under Monster Marketing. It makes sense. That's the workspace they're in. It's all connected that way. I didn't think it made sense for Rowdy's book to be under Monster Marketing, because my biggest thing is I don't want somebody going through their bank record and being like, what the hell did I buy from Monster Marketing? I bought this cute little children's book. So the Stripe account you set up, when it goes, so you create your offer on OfferLab, it says connect Stripe. That's going to be the Stripe account for all of your purchases. It is not tied to your workspace. And so I found out Dan's thing is because I had to move that book from my main account to an own account of just a Rowdy account, so I could connect Rowdy's Stripe account to it, so it actually shows Rowdy Branch Life or Rowdy Treats. And so that's how I know if you take an offer down that you have people promoting, you can do it, but it will give you that warning that, hey, you have people promoting this.
Well, remember that you're not limited to one. So you can import the product multiple times and put it in different funnels or different offers.
Right.
Eliminate that. And also with that problem, if you're using ClickFunnels, you can use the same Stripe account. Just don't send the... If you don't send the information from Stripe, you can actually send everything, the notification from ClickFunnels. No,
because Stripe still handles the billing through OfferLab.
Yeah,
but the notification doesn't come out from your bill. ClickFunnels send the notification. You bought this from ClickFunnels.
No. Well, I care about what it says on the bill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because the ClickFunnels notification actually does say what the product name is. I care about what your billing statement says.
Okay.
Because I'm the anal retentive person that looks through the billing statement and says, what the hell is blah, 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 blah.
Okay. Yeah, and half the time you can't figure out what it is. There's like, a cryptic 3 letters in the middle. You go, oh, that was something, along with a bunch of numbers. And you're absolutely right. That's just horrible when you're looking at your credit card bills.
And when you don't want chargebacks, do everything you can to prevent the chargebacks. Yeah.
Something Carlos said about you can use the same product in multiple different offers. You can also use multiple same products in there. So you got your main product, and then you got an offer, an offer stack at the bottom. You could have the main offer and like 5 other offers down here for your offer stack. And then when somebody buys that one, the automation triggers to give them all 6 of those products. Whereas you could also then have another offer where it's just each individual one in your offer stack that is being sold individually too.
Yeah. And
so
that
there's
was
a lot of different ways to stack that up.
And that was kind of how it was explained in the vault versus your offers versus your products, because your offers could be multiple products. I just call it a bundle. Just create a new product called a bundle and just create the automation on ClickFunnels.
Yeah. Or
stack. Correct, the stack. So definitely if you use ClickFunnels, your pages could look better. So then let me just show you a quick one that I'm still haven't posted. I'm still working.
We are way over time, so
we're over. So
that's fine. Let them show it. We can go over time.
Might be our last show.
So
that's fine.
This is one for one of my books. So again,
I follow up Kimmel's. We're taking up Kimmel's space here, so we got plenty of time. We got a whole nother hour.
So what I did is that, like Russell mentioned, he said he just took the form out and he just put a button. Again, I just went here, click the button, and now as soon as I click here, this send to OfferLab. Done. Again, it doesn't take a lot to just modify if you have a page. Just again, clone it, like Russell said, even like same thing. Clone it and put OfferLab so you know that that's the OfferLab page, and you keep your regular ones for the regular stuff. So in that way, that's gonna be something that we can work on it later. But definitely, it's not that difficult to get up and running. Just clone it, try it. That's the thing. Try it.
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be a lot of people that
like I said, big thing on any one of those sales pages that you create for inside of OfferLab, there can be no checkout form,
Opt-in.
no pop-up, no opt-ins,
opt-in.
and no external links.
Yeah.
Because you don't want links in there sending somebody, so I'm the affiliate. I just spend a bunch of money to drive traffic to this thing, and you got like some external links in there that send people to other places.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I'm thinking of there is you probably want to have your privacy policy and all that kind of stuff down at the bottom. But in a case like that, I wonder if you could use a pop-up for your privacy policy instead of sending somebody somewhere else, because then technically you're breaking them out of the funnel at that point.
The other thing is
that we're going to have to explore.
You do connect your privacy policy inside your listing on OfferLab as well. So I think that populates at the end on the order summary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have the privacy policy, you have the terms and condition, and you can have all that information in there. One cool thing that I like about the OfferLab pages is that you just drop, let's say, your pixels or your Google Analytics ID. You don't have to drop code or anything. You just put the ID, boom, and they track.
I haven't seen that. Is that in the first page, the overview page that's in there somewhere?
When you go, if you're doing it in the actual page, you actually can customize it, and you can say, give me the ID, and it just do it for you.
Okay. Now, the only other question I have is, do you guys have a copy of what the order summary looks like? Because I've seen a picture of it. I've never actually seen one because I haven't gone through the entire process of actually checking out.
I can do one right now. That's not a problem.
Because I'm kind of curious to see, because I'm pretty sure the thumbnail icon shows up there, as well as obviously the product name. And so again, it's the same thing. You want to not be promoting to the affiliates on those two items, because it does definitely show to the consumer in two places.
So let me just set this up. I shouldn't have went incognito. That was my first mistake. Because now
now you can't share the screen.
No, my link doesn't actually come. My the little stripe thing. I want it to actually. Yeah. Let's see if I can pay with Google Pay.
So while you do that, let me show you where the analytics detail is.
Okay.
If you go into the product, when you click sales page, your page is gonna come up, and on the top, there's three little dots. You click it, and you go all the way to the bottom to page settings. When you click that, let you choose your domain. So if you have created your own domain, so I put mine under that. But right here, you can put Google Analytics, Tag Manager, Meta, and TikTok. So you can literally just drop the number there, save, and they start tracking.
Now the question becomes is, if you're using a ClickFunnels page, does that have the same thing where you can put that in, or do you need to put that into the tracking code inside of ClickFunnels?
Correct. If it's a ClickFunnels page, you put the tracking code in ClickFunnels, because all that is happening is that the page in ClickFunnels is changing the button. So when you click, it's opening OfferLab. So you want to track that in ClickFunnels, and Google Analytics or GTM or anyone will track the button as a button click.
Remember, all the purchases happen on OfferLab.
Yeah.
So let me switch this. And so here's what the thank you page looks like. So you can see there is terms and conditions and cancellation policy down here. But this is the icon. that shows, which is the same icon that I have right here, which is not a good example, right there.
So the top left right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I assumed, is that both of those flowed through. So again, stuff at the top left there, consumer facing. The other 3 items are affiliate only facing.
And also same with your company. It's the name you put in. So if you put something really stupid in, your customers are going to see it. So Dan, change your name.
No, everybody just knows me by me. So how did that get turned into script or a fancy?
It does it for you.
Just the text in it.
It's just the font
Scribbly
they use
text.
there for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Who knows?
Okay, that's for another day here. So
Have you
and
tested
what's the-
the option for the redirect at the end? So I saw that there's an option that you can say send someone to this other page after. So I'm like, how does that work if you're putting a funnel? So you're actually putting multiple offers.
So it just shows up multiple
each one.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Because you don't see that order confirmation page till the very end.
no, the confirmation, yes, but there's an option in the offer that you
Right.
can say what you want to do at the end. You want to redirect them. So that's what I was trying to see.
Yeah. It is just simply this next step link right here.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that there was something else that because it looked like an email. So I thought, so that's like we used to have on 1.0 that you can say send to see let's say the PDF or something else here, and here's a little message.
And
Okay.
currently this just redirects you to your listing page.
Oh.
Well, is that because you didn't have it set up to go anywhere else?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But again, the purpose for something like that is if you sold somebody a course. So again, we'll use our ClickFunnels example. You sold somebody a course, triggers the automation inside of ClickFunnels, enrolls them into the course. So by the time they get here, they'll already be enrolled in the course. They can click that button, go right into the course directly.
Yep.
Of course, they have to log in.
Put
all
the
that
magic
fancy
link and
stuff.
put their email address in it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, that's it. So, all right. Yeah, we're 14 minutes over time. So, but we went through a lot of stuff today. So hit rewind, do whatever. If you need some help with your integrations regarding the webhooks, make sure you check out Carlos here, and don't call me, because that's not my strong point there. That's Carlos's job. So,
And we will see you guys next week if we're not canceled.
yes. Like I said, we'll have somebody come and take over for us. So, okay, that's it. So, all right, till next week. Have a good one.